Hola, I think this is working now. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome to this impromptu broadcast of A Metaphysical Interpretation of the Bible. I usually do this on Sundays, and, we've been talking about bringing what we do on Sundays to you guys here on the podcast, and, today is not Sunday. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday, July 29th. And I want to read you guys about page 488 and 489. I came in to do my meditation today, and, I was inspired to just open the metaphysical interpretation of the Bible. Yesterday, we had some visitors, and it was very interesting perspectives, very interesting conversation. And so it was just, today I come in, get inspired to open up the book, and it took me to a page that I needed for confirmation today. And I'm going to let you guys check it out. And it might be confirmation for some of you and where you are. So check this out. Page 488 of A Metaphysical Interpretation of the Bible by Stephen L Hairfield, PhD. Achira, Stephen. Thank you for doing this. My goodness. John 4:10-14. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou would have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. 11. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From then hast thou that living water? 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? 13. Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up into everlasting life. This story of the encounter of the master with a woman from Samaria tells us that in the period of ancient history, the Jews were not exactly on speaking terms with the Samaritans. It also shows us his compassionate ability to accept people in a peaceful, non-aggressive manner, and to take them for who they were without judging them. It only proves that if we listen to the voice of our soul, we can accept all others no matter who or what they are. That is what the book of John is about, proving that all things are not just physical. As we have easily recognized, the Master is not speaking of the water we find bubbling from a brook. Metaphysically, water has many aspects, depending in what context the word is used. In this particular instance, it symbolizes life, the inspiration and energy of spirit flowing forth from the depth of the well within us. There is no bottom to this well, other than what physical limitation we impose on it. Its water will quench the thirst we may develop for knowledge, and we will thirst no more if we accept the cup that consciousness offers us in his message. Life is not limited unless we restrain it with our thoughts. It flows forever as we have since the dawn of time. Metaphorically, the Master even goes so far in this story to tell us that if we pursue physical gratification only, we will always want more. If we seek the blessings of higher principles, it will bring us to that state of eternal being in full consciousness. As we partake of the material, as we partake Let me start again. As we partake of the material trough, We only feed a physical ego that will grow to unhealthy proportions. However, if we drink the waters of the higher realms, our mind will become brighter by being more illumined, and the ego has no grip. The knowledge of these higher realms does not feed the material mind. It enlightens it. Whew, this was really deep for me because it just struck where we are in the world right now, where people are coming to the knowledge of their own truth. And that truth could be so passionate to the individual that the individual feels that it is their duty to tell others and to share with others and to convince or, want others to be of that same truth. And this time that we're in right now is for this knowing, and that is, it is in us. This truth is in us. The water is in us. The flow is eternal and everlasting, and it flows through us when we allow it. There was a part that I highlighted, and it also shows us his compassionate ability to accept people in a peaceful, non-aggressive manner and to take them for who they were without judging them. This is really important because everybody has their own perspective of life, their own experience. And so when a person is sharing their experience, that is what they're doing. So we shouldn't be offended by somebody's experience of life and by somebody else's conclusion of life. We don't have to accept what another person's belief system is. That there has been the common pressure of that, because in every religion and every belief system that has existed thus far, people have this desire to share it and help people and bring people along and convince people, influence people, program people, whatever it is to create in another person's reality for them. But we're in a time and space where we have to do it for ourselves completely. We have to come to this knowing completely with ourselves and by ourselves. We have help. There is a whole world in the metaphysical that is there to aid us, to assist us. Divine guidance, our ancestors, the Most High, Jesus, Yahweh, Buddha, whatever you want to call this energy. It is there for all of us. It is in all of us. But we have to be the ones to access it. And this time that we're in now, this is what that is for. I'm grateful for today for this message and the inspiration to get to it. Every time that we open this book, and shout out to the Smokadocious one who studies with me on this journey. But it reminds me all the time of how everything is as it should be, and everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and the confirmation is always there. I chair to Stephen Hairfield. This book has been confirmation for me in my journey of self-discovery, of self-mastery. And it has been an amazing confirmation since I put my hands on this book. And we're going to be bringing it to you. I'm not going to say it's going to be every week. This has been very much just an inspiration and a feeling of knowing when to do what. Smokey and I have been talking about sharing it with you all because it is a very sacred and private time for us where we just get to learn and study without any pressure, without any judgment, without, and being each other's witness for the words that come to us through this book. And so it's been a really, really cool experience. And we started it I believe it was either in January or at the end of 2019. We do it every Sunday. And, we do it when it feels right. Sometimes we have a time, sometimes we don't. We just make sure that we get it done, and it gets done. And so we've been called to share this, and so we are going to share it, but I guess it's going to be like it happened today. She doesn't know I'm doing it today. I'm going to let her know afterwards to come check it out. Check out page 488 and 489. Another reason why we're sharing this information as well is because the book is not easy to get. You know, it's like when we got the book, I think it was like $38 when we got the book, and we got it, well, she got it before me. Smokey got it before me, and then I got it in 2017. So since then, it's now the book, you look for it. I think some people have found it for $300, but its regular price is like $900. And it's not even about looking at the price and thinking, oh, I can never have this book. It's about knowing that everything that you need, you'll have it when you're supposed to have it. I cannot say that I would have paid $900 for this book when we found it. Like, that would have been just completely like, nah, I'll pass on that right now. In this day today, I am purchasing another book at whatever the price is. When I get it, I am getting another one. I am investing in this because it's just been so powerful. And this is not an advertisement for this book. This is my testimony of how this book has been effective in my life. A person who had completely, I mean, it's just like I wasn't with the Bible, with the book that somebody wrote. You know, I got to the point in my life where I'm not betting my soul on somebody else's word and somebody else's perception, you know. And then my experience as a so-called Catholic, and, you know, my father was Pentecostal and all these different things, and, you know, going to Baptist church and Jehovah's Witness and all these different things that I experienced in my walk, you know, it just wasn't enough for me to bet on one book that a man wrote. So I had to go deeper. I had to go within myself. I had to talk to God directly, you know? And so I did that. And in those conversations, I got so much information and so much more confirmation. And this book was one of the confirmations that I received. And in it, I just have found so much more about myself and so much more confirmation. And I still don't attach myself not to any book. I attach myself to what is genetically mine, with God, with the Most High, with whatever it is that I am, whatever it is that you call that energy that is in us. That is what I'm attached to infinitely. And so that is what I rely on all the time. And in that relationship, I create physical situations that confirm what I know in my mind and in my heart. And so that's why I'm sharing this today, and will continue to share in this way for more days to come. I won't tell you the date, but you'll know it when it happens. Ache, ache, ache. 13 love, amor, always. Adios.